Welcome to another episode of Royal Rumble. Please stand by for the upcoming fight. This time, the High Elves will face up against the Beastmen.
So welcome to another episode of Royal Rumble and thank you for tuning in. In this episode I'm going to play the High Elves and I'm facing up against the Beastmen. So really cool match, and you can directly see in the background this is a checkpoint battle over here. This is a checkpoint map. It is beautiful and this combat is really great. Overall, I think the matchup is in favor for the High Elves, or is in high favor for the High Elves, I would say. So it's not a good matchup for the Beastmen. Overall, I think the Beastmen are not a high tier faction. They are really low tier faction, and they have not so much good matchups overall. But anyway, this is a great battle. This is a great combat. Let's directly go to my army composition and to the army composition of my opponent. Have fun, and yeah, let's see how this goes. So I have a front line of White Lines of Grace, 4 units. And if you want to bring a higher quantity of infantry units, there is no other option as White Lines of Grace, because as all of you know, there are no swordsmen available on the High Elf army roster and stuff like that. So the White Lines of Grace are relatively spoken quite cheap regarding other High Elf infantry units. But they are quite steady and they are quite cost efficient, so you can deploy them for 800 credits. They have quite good stats, they're causing armor piercing damage, and I think it's enough to bring them against factions like Greenskin and Beastmen. Against these matchups, they should perform quite well. Of course, it is quite dangerous if a Greenskin player or bring a lot of Black Orcs, and Beastman player will bring a lot of Bestigors. They will get killed or they will lose against them. But of course you have also other options, and I love them in this matchup. So directly behind my front line I have a group of Spearmen to make the part behind my front line a little bit more steady, because if there are Minotaurs and enemy monsters and stuff like that, and if they are breaking through my front line, there is a unit of Spearmen, and they are able to hold the line and protect my back line, because in my back line are 3 groups of archers, and as I said, it's with the Spearmen it's not so easy to break through my front line and to attack my archers directly. Then I have also in my backline 2 groups of Spearmen to protect my backline from enemy flankings, and of course to protect my archers here on the inner side. Then I have a noble with my main infantry corps over here, and the noble is quite good. He's in a lot of matchups performing so well, and of course all of you know the noble has an anti-large bonus and should perform quite well in this matchup against Minotaurs and also Gorbulls. Even if I don't know, it would be quite interesting to know who's going to win, a noble or a Gorbull. I'm not sure, but I think a Gorbull is able to kill a noble. But even with that, I think a noble should damage a Gorbull quite heavy. So a noble is always good to bring with your main army if the enemy has a lot of monsters, or have probably a lot of monsters with his army. Then I have a Prince on a Star Dragon, and the Star Dragon is such a strong unit, it's incredible. So we have here a weapon strength of 580, it's of course with the Prince, but that is huge, that is incredible, it's much more than a Kolek. We have an armor piercing amount of that of 435, that is also incredible. We have very good melee stats, and of course it's a little bit buffed over here with, or no, it's not buffed actually. It is like this, and as you can see, the stats are incredible. So, and as all of you know, the Dragon Breath is causing so much damage, and very good. So last but not least, I have hidden in the forest over here 2 groups of Dragon Princes, and the Dragon Princes should perform quite well, especially against low tier infantry units and from Greenskin and Beastmen and stuff like that. The only problem with the Dragon Princess is the armor piercing amount. So overall the stats are very, very good. The Dragon Princess is such a great cavalry unit, but the only problem is the Dragon Princess causing nearly no armor piercing damage, and this is a huge problem. So you have to take care of them, and so that they are not engaged in a fight with Bestigors and stuff like that. But then you are fine, I think, because they have very, very good melee stats, melee combat stats. Okay, let's go to my opponent. We have Khazra Gronai leading the Beastmen. We have a group of Razor God Chariots, and the Razor God Chariots, I'm not sure how's the performance in this matchup, but they have actually a huge anti-infantry bonus of 24, and also the armor piercing amount is quite huge. We have 34. And the stats overall, as I said, are quite good, but I'm not sure how is the performance against the High Elves. Then we have Centigors, unfortunately without great weapon, and in this case they are quite useless against the, of course, all of you know the High Elves are very heavily armored naturally, and you need great weapons against them. Then we have a lot of Gorherds with shields. We have Angor Herd, we have Gorherd, and we have one group of Bestigors over here. And the backline, a group of Angor Raiders. On the left flank we have Minotaurs with shields. We have also Gorherds with shields. Gorherds, a group of Razor Gorherd. In my opinion, they should perform quite well against the High Elves, because they have very good weapons, a huge amount of armor piercing. Weapon strength is very good, and the armor piercing amount is also huge. We have, let me take a short look. We have an armor piercing amount of 36, that is quite huge. They should perform, as I said, against the High Elves quite good. And then the last line, we have one group of Bestigors and also one group of Gorherd. So that's everything from the from both armies, and let's start over here. You can see my archers already shoot on his Centigors, and the plan from his side was of course to sneak around the left flank over here, or the right flank from my side, and to sneak in this forest over here and to attack my archers from behind. Now we have a charge in the front line. My White Lines of Grace attack his Gorherds with shield and also his Khazra Gronai. But my noble is, I set it my noble now to attack his Khazra Gronai, and the wild fight is going on the front line. On the right side you can now see my spearmen hold the line against his Razor God Chariot. They are really able to hold the line against them, and even if they're against these Centigors that are also charging in now, and they are also able to hold the line against both units, so they're quite good over here. But of course in the last there is another unit of Centigors now attacking my archers from behind. They are able to sneak all the way through the forest, but I have these units of spearmen now attacking these Centigors, and they will clean that up, or they will hold the line against these Centigors over here. The frontline fight runs quite well for me. Everything routes off. The White Lines of Grace perform really well, especially against these Gorherds. They have no chance against the White Lines of Grace, and so I was able to pull everything on the back line to support my back line over here and to attack the Centigors and the Chariots and all that stuff. On the left flank, the fight also runs quite well for me. My Dragon Princes were able to force off the Bestigor herd, in addition with my Prince on the Star Dragon, and also the Gorherds route off, everything route off. The Dragon Princes perform quite well. Even if they are in melee combat over the time, I think they should lose against the Bestigor herd. Also, I have here a group of spearmen, and they are so strong. I love these spearmen. You can deploy them for 450 credits, and you can see his Minotaurs are not able to go through. My spearmen are hold the line over here, and that is very good. These Minotaurs damage my spearmen a little bit, but they are not able to get engaged in a fight against other units, and this is quite strong. They are able to hold the line. Of course, I started cycle charging with my Dragon Princes against his Bestigor herds, and also there are some routing units come back, Razor herds over here. But my Dragon Princes are overall, I would say, quite healthy. One unit is a little bit damaged or heavily damaged, but overall, my opponent gets overwhelmed on this side from my Dragon Princes. And now, in addition, I started shooting with my archers. On the right flank, I was able to force everything off. The Centigors route off, the Razor God Chariots route off, and in the middle over here, everything was on the right flank over here. His units trade quite even with my units. You can see also I lost a lot of White Lines of Grace, because there were some Bestigors in here fighting, and as I said, the Bestigors are better or perform will kill a unit of Great Lines of Grace. So I lost the fight over here, I would say, or I would say we trade quite even. But then I have a really healthy Dragon Prince left, and he flew in this blob over here, and now you can see everything route off. But we still have some routing units come back, and my noble is also very heavily damaged. Kazrak One Eye damaged him quite heavy, but also my noble damaged Kazrak One Eye very heavy, so Kazrak One Eye is nearly dead actually. But overall it runs quite well. You can see there are some units over here. He's collecting his units on this side, and we'll now start another charge. But I have a lot of White Lines of Grace left, Spearmen. The Centaurs are charging now in my group of Spearmen and in this prop of my units, but they have no chance against the Spearmen. Even if my Spearmen are now shaken, they should be able, in addition with the White Lines of Grace, to clean this up over here. On the left flank, he was finally able to kill or to rout off my unit, my Spearman unit, with his Minotaurs, in addition with a unit of Gorhords with shields. But I have two groups of Dragon Princes left, and they are able to clean up the rest over here and will not join the fight on the right flank. Also, my archers are quite healthy, and yeah, overall that's it. So quite interesting fight. Unfortunately, I have no stats over here. Not sure what the problem is. Maybe this is a bug. But I can tell you, of course, the Centaurs underperformed because they have no great weapons. As I said in the beginning, the Bestigors performed very, very well. Because as I said, the Bestigors are able to take out a unit of White Lines of Grace completely. So in my opinion, it's always, you have to bring more Bestigors, at least 4 units. The Razor God Chariot underperformed, I would say, also because he was always engaged in a fight with Spearmen. The Minotaurs with shield, they should perform quite well in this. In this game, you saw that they were engaged in a fight against Spearmen and are not able to get in action. But they should perform quite well. I would give a try to bring at least in a Beastmen build 2 groups. So the Minotaurs should really perform quite well against White Lines of Grace and stuff like that. So my Dragon Princes performed very good. The White Lines of Grace also. My Spearmen, you saw that. Also, they were able to hold the line against these Centaurs, against these Minotaurs and all that stuff, against his Chariot. This was very good. Also the Noble in the most matchups, as I said, I would bring in the most matchups a Noble because he's so strong. So, thank you. I think that was everything. Thank you for tuning in, and have a nice evening. Thank you.